All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've been pushing the little cosmetic details and mechanical details on the 1950 Suburban just to have it ready for this upcoming movie trailer. And I'll leave the link of all the information for the movie trailer, movie poster, Instagram and Facebook. So make sure you check them out, give them a follow, give them some likes. But everything's almost ready. I checked the electrical and found out that the electrical problem that I have in the Suburban is actually my blinker switch or turn signal switch, which is right here. So I won't mess with it now. It'll drive, run, brake light, running lamps, but you can't turn the blinkers on. The good thing is that it's not going to be driven like on Main Street, like, you know, like highways, anything like that, so it doesn't really matter. It's going to be more of a country road type deal from what I see. And, I mean, at the speed that this thing goes, I mean, my grandmother can pass this thing up, so it'll be fine. So I did a little fiberglass work right here. Had a little crack here, so I fixed that. The other thing is all the wiring. As you can see, I'm not gonna mess with that right now. It's just not worth, you know, getting into a hassle where it might, you know, disrupt the whole flow of getting this vehicle to the, I guess, the movie trailer production. Redid the doors as far as like a little bit of paint. These are my wooden door panels that I made a while back. I went ahead and sanded them down again. I had varnished them, but you know, they look pretty faded. They were done a couple years ago. So I redid them, faux painted them with a little bit of clear and stain to make it look like the wood grains going down. So that's done. As far as the interior goes, I mean, this is pretty much as cool as it gets. There's nothing in the back. That's how I got it, but I repainted everything in the back. I was gonna try to build the panels that go here in between these two spots, like in this spot right here, to cover up this whole area. Maybe make them out of wood if I get a chance. And I was gonna try to cover the, see how it has that triangle, right, that square, I mean, in between the doors, like this right here. Well, I was gonna try to do a full panel there just to make it look nice. But everything's done as far as the flooring in the back, the front. The body of the Suburban is still pretty original, so it does look kind of shanky. So I wouldn't really judge it in that sense. But, you know, once we put a little bit of wax and we clean it up, she does clean up really nice. Still has the original wheels and hubcaps, so I didn't have to mess with that. Gas tank should be good. The good thing about the gas tank is we've had issues with the gas tank. But if it leaks or anything ever happens, the only thing you have to do is just fill up like $5. And with that little part where sometimes it leaks, where I mean, I did some serious, like, you know, seal work and kind of like a rubber JB weld and all kinds of crap to seal it. I've never had any issues since then, but you know, it is what it is. The dash, I repainted the dash really quick. That's why it looks kind of flat. I have to buy this piece right here because it's pretty dead. As you can see, somebody cut it and cut this hole. That's the stupidest thing that you could do. I don't get that. That's why I put the radio here, because I would never cut my hole for my radio here. This is the factory radio, how it was. It used to be a square radio with the knobs and the trimming. Most likely when I get to working on this, I'm gonna end up just covering it or put the little cover that comes from factory. There's one that you could put on there. It's pretty cool. The gauges, everything else is good. They work as far as they turn on, but that's it. Okay. The radio, I rewired the radio because I had the wires kind of hanging down. So the wires now go up here, they go there. You gotta have some jams. The battery cover, I went ahead and painted it, got everything. Like I said, I'm working on the other door panel right now. I'll show it to you right now. This is what it looks like. You have to open the seat basically from the front, and then that's how you would climb to the back. Normally there would be a bench seat right here that you can kind of walk across, and then there would be another bench seat in the back. So you'd have like a 2-seater here, a 3-seater back there. Impossible to find these seats, okay? If you find them, just the frame, sometimes it'll cost you like $1,000. So you know what, I'm just gonna probably get me some OBS or some Tahoe seats from like a 80s model Tahoe, or even a you know, Blazer. They didn't make the Tahoe in the 80s, but kind of like a Blazer, or you know, even an OBS bench seat. I just really need one seat. That way when I go cruise with my kids, I can throw them in the back, seatbelt and everything. But as far as the Suburban goes for the movie trailer, it's pretty much ready. Tomorrow I'll drive it one more time just to make sure it doesn't have any kinks in it or anything else. I gotta clean it, wax it, detail the windows, all that other stuff. But she's pretty much ready to go. So it's looking pretty good. So I'll show you what the door looks like so you can see. It's pretty cool. I made these doors a while back, and the way they work is I had to make two panels. One panel basically has these weird cutouts, as you can see. And the reason you have to have those cutouts on those panels, you see that? It's because you have this basically bar that goes right here. That bar goes in here. So when you put this door panel on, it actually goes in like that. So the way that I did it is I cut one of these panels. I cut the armrest riser, which is right here. This is the riser for the armrest. You gotta have it or else it'll blow out. And then this is the cutout for this striker, or the actual arm for the door handle. Now once you figure that out, okay, it still has a bend, so it has like kind of like a bent right here, and you have to also create it to where it has the same kind of bend. You see that? So when I made this panel, I cut it out first. I cut this out, and then I mounted this panel on there. Right now, the second panel is basically your outer shell. That panel, the only thing that you have to do is cut in right here, kind of like make a little recess. That way, whenever you put your door handle, you see that it kind of sits flushed. That way it sits right into this mechanism right here, because it's supposed to be real nice and deep. And sometimes whenever, obviously if you have a door panel like that where it's thicker, it doesn't grab the bolt that's right there, doesn't grab this little groove, and this thing tends to fall off. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to faux paint it, because that's the last one, and as you can see the difference from here to that, it's a big difference in color. But that's kind of the whole point. When I did it with just clear. Now I'm just going to faux paint it, make it look a little darker, give it an antique look, and that's kind of what I'm doing. But these are my door panels that I made, and when I glued them together, once you glued them together, that I forgot to tell you, when you glued them together, that's how you make this bend right here. You see that, how it has a little bend? So in other words, I put one door panel, I put a bunch of wood glue, then I put the second door panel, I screwed everything in, and with the same moisture of the glue and the same, I guess, tightening, it kind of buckles and it kind of gives you that shape. It's almost like making skateboards. You put a bunch of plies of wood, you press it, and then you get the concave of a skateboard. That's kind of how that works. And that's kind of how I got the idea of these wooden ones, because back in the day, I had a friend that used to make skateboards, and I kind of looked at that, and that's what this came from. So we're gonna varnish it real quick. All right, guys, so as you can see, the door panel's in. It dried out really nice, looks good. Everything on the inside is good to go. I already cleaned the back, the outside's clean. We were cranking it up right now just to make sure that it basically cranked and everything was good to go. And she's good. So she's about to get picked up, and like I said, she's gonna be in a movie trailer, so we had to get it cleaned up. I'm gonna leave this in here for right now, but this is what it looks like right now. She's ready to go. Hold on, let me close this door. I'll give you a full shot. And like I said, she does have a lot of details, but you can't really see them when you're driving. And this is what it looks like right now. So it looks really nice. So this is on our 1950s Suburban carryall. All right, so yeah, we're gonna leave it like that, and make sure to follow their page, subscribe, hit the like, and I'll keep you updated on how this thing goes.